Hello, and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. I wanted to spend a moment here on the daily chart to explain to you what the relevant structures are that we're now watching. And so I think it's important to recognize that the Ethereum chart is definitely under downside pressure. It's not going down deeper than it would be ideal for a fourth wave. We've seen in previous months and years and cycles again and again that Ethereum tends to reach the 50% retracement in a fourth wave. That is still deep for a fourth wave, and we're approaching that level now, and it seems likely that we're going to reach it, the $3,374 level. If you watched any updates over the last few weeks, especially since the 10th of October low, then you know that I've been quite concerned that we hadn't really seen any, or let's say in the last few weeks, we didn't really see any five-wave movements to the upside. There were no impulses. Most of these bounce moves have been corrective, so three-wave movements. And so, I remain quite concerned about these structures. In the short term, downside pressure seems dominant. So we don't really have any clear reversal pattern, even though we are in a support zone from where a recovery can happen. But then we obviously have to watch these levels, observe these levels for reactions. The reactions so far have been, not very impressive, right? Rather bearish. And so we'll see how the market reacts to the next support level. We had a good reaction to the 38.2 retracement here at 3,665 when the price dipped and touched that level on the 10th of October, but upside reactions since then have been rather muted. What I said in the last few weeks, again and again, I tried to remind everybody that we don't really have a reversal pattern to the upside until we break above 4,400. That is the first signal that we can really get. I mean, we could get a five-wave move up before, but it didn't happen. Because the immediate reaction from the 10th of October low wasn't five waves, I didn't really look for that. So if we start to break below 3,374, then a larger correction is likely going to unfold in yellow wave B. Various possibilities. I mean, the most simple form would be an A wave, a B wave triangle, and a C wave down. Could take us towards 2,258 to 2,626. This would be the next larger support area to watch. If we add the volume profile to the chart, then you see that there is a point of control here in the area around $2,500. What I'm tracking as well is here specifically on the linear chart, a trend line posted that earlier today on X. With trend lines, it's always a bit subjective. How do you actually draw it? If I draw the trend line like that, we're still holding it. But if I draw it in a way that we have most touch points, which is in my view the correct way of doing it, then you see that we had pretty much touch point here, touch point here, nearly here, and now we broke below it. I wouldn't call that at this point a decisive break below the trend line, but it does show some weakness. It does show some weakness. So I'm a bit concerned about that. But guys, the trend is just down. I mean, the local trend is down from the August high. I'm still watching for reactions here, but they're not appearing yet. So I'm not necessarily directly bearish or bullish. At the moment, the short-term downtrend is dominant. We all know that can change quickly. But it's important to understand what are the signals that will make the change of trend back to an uptrend, let's say, make that a little bit more obvious, right? So what would be the first signals to watch for? And for me, it still is a break above $4,400 here. There are some more levels, on the smaller time frame that are relevant, and micro resistance levels and so on. If you're interested to check these out, I posted just before this video here actually a short-term analysis on X, so feel free to check it out. I explain the microstructure with downside projections as well as the micro resistance level, so you can watch that on X. But this video here is intended to give you a good idea of the daily chart. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates. And yeah, check out our X channel with a full analysis on Ethereum, the 1 hour, 30-minute charts. I'll leave a link for you guys in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.